I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Jumper, 6, 4, 10. Scud bomber. It was a Scud bomber. Warhawk assassin. So there's a lot of benefits to this throw, man. There's a reason I throw this throw. It's a ton of traffic at the back. Just amazing amount of traffic. I can't get any more in there. I figured I'd throw that in there because, you know, so for you guys that are like landers, like out here, you land out here, you're going to be in trouble with all these chips out here. You know, you're going to try to have to go there, and that's going to be a problem. Your best choice is to land here, maybe skip it on in, or land here, skip it on in. You know, maybe land on this one, skip it on in. Obviously, you can see where these chips are down in here. You know, you're going to have to get back in there. You know, you're going to have to get down in there. You're not going to be able to, you know, throw the short stuff. This eliminates a lot of players right here. Shit, I guess, damn, yeah. Oh, shit. I didn't realize that, damn. I want to hear before I get out of here. Damn, so within the two numbers we actually had, oh, I didn't realize that. So within the 6 and the 9, we actually had, if we would double that amount, we had 28. So we almost had the 50% in two numbers for a 29 roll. It's almost a 30 fucking roll. And we had 14 hits on two numbers, man. That was, and we had 14 hits on two numbers, man. That was the whole point of this video, dude. Sorry. The reason I throw this Warhawk and I trap and I talk about dice stamping, there's a reason, you know, because when you're trapping the dice, you have a lane, you have a lane, you have a lane. So you got 3 lanes you can drive through, you know, realistically for the players that are going to be shooting out here who are more comfortable out here shooting, but short and sticky. But you want to pay attention to, you know, what the result is. Of course, you know, you want to shut them down early and all that. I piece with it because this kind of throw, the throws, like this throw is a violent throw. Like, you know, to throw this throw, you really have to be confident. So a throw like this is an aggressive throw. You know, you're not going to be, you know, you're going to have to really understand what you're doing. See, I'm all about shooting into the corner, but not landing here like this and dropping into the corner. Like you'd have to land up in here, like over the chips. This pass line all the way around, it's going to hurt a lot of players because they're not going to be consistent enough with a throw to land in the same spot every single time and get that lane right there. Why I'm so amazed at this throw and why I always use it, because I don't get trapped in so much of like thinking that you've seen all the dice reactions. You're not used to seeing people throw like I throw. Just keep that in mind. You're not used to seeing that. You know, so you really don't understand, you know, what the dice moving off the wall in different ways is really telling you. Yeah, you know, it's not about, you know, there's so much emphasis on, you know, what the dice reaction is, but it's really about what's the, you know, controlling the reaction the best you can. But the more the emphasis is you want to be able to control the outcome. This is a very aggressive throw. So, you know, naturally, you know, that's why I put out the video of, you know, the Warhawk assassin throw is breaking the matrix, because it is breaking the matrix in many ways. You know, you at home are used to, you know, trying to have less scatter and all that. Like, yeah, I want less scatter and all that, but with this throw, you're just overall going to have so much fucking violence. You have to be really good to control that violence. And you go, they're fucking crushing. You heard a lot of these in this video where I was like, damn, stamped it, you know, and I'm like stamping. You know, when I'm stamping the dice in there like that, trapping them and stamping them, it's staying pretty much the way I'm throwing. Like, it's not getting off those prime numbers. Like 2, 3, 5, you're seeing come up. The 5, 4, 9 that you seen that was coming up. Stampy, 5, 4, 9 on the stamp. Postal stamp, 5, fold, not postal. Just concentrate on my throw and, let it be and see where we fall. And typically, I'm landing on a lot of the same number a lot of the times. Like some gnarly shit. Oh man, choppy. 5, 4, high jumper. 5, 4, high jumper. Choppy. I'll tell you that. Stampy. Did you see how that walked down the line right there? We didn't get the result we wanted, but that was okay. So you guys can see what that movement on that, because they both stamped in and they walked down. They walked down the line right there. Oh man, that was hard in the yard. 5, 1, 6. So I look at the numbers when I'm throwing, like the number, the clusters, the numbers, that's more important to me. Because I think how high can I run up, anywhere from quarters on the numbers to like 100 on the numbers for 10 rolls. Really doesn't give you the data you want. You really got to look at what the end result is from the roll. Oh, the scatter, this and that. Well, that's fine, but I mean, let's talk about these numbers, these select numbers that I hit. And then I keep on hitting and hitting and hitting and hitting. That's where class, you want to pay attention to. All right, welcome back. 5, 4, 4, 2. Warhawk Assassin. 5, deuce, 7. Come out roll. I want you to watch for a home gang is the roll efficiency on this. Did you see in the last video? The last video that we dropped over here. You see that those hits. Snakes. Oh, because I'm going somewhere in this video, gang. Class, I'm going somewhere in this video. I want you to start really thinking about, not so much about the dice reaction. You want that. But I think too many people are caught up. We got 314 are caught up with, misunderstanding. Like thinking that their understanding is like, it's just not, it's not the intelligence that you really want. That's 314. You're going to see and understand people are proud that their dice might not scatter as much as mine and all that, and that's fine. I used to be like that too, man, so I made peace with it because 6, hope. When you're going to, and that's why I have the chips in the way, man. Simulate reality there as much as I can at the house. 6 hard. Because when you're throwing into the wall like I am, the base of the wall, and with the Warhawk throw, and actually with all my throws, that's what I do. I throw into the, the objective for me is to throw into the base of the wall and the, right where the wall and the table meet. That's where I'm looking to hit right there every time, gang. So when you do that, it's, try it at home. And leave me a comment in the comments about rollout and all that. Snakes again. But it's more of, being aware of like the roll efficiency, I mean, I wouldn't throw like this for no reason. 6, hold. 6, hold. There's a reason I throw like this, gang, because it stamps the shit out of numbers. I'm just amazed that, people aren't like getting that on the internet, like really like realizing like, okay, yeah, they scatter around there, but how about how he blazes these numbers up? Over and over again. 6, hold. 6, hold. I mean, you know, and I did that betting, doing all that crapsy garbage. It was a back-to-back on those hards. And, you know, doing all that fuss. And they're still ripping them. So I said, pay more attention to that, gang. Pay more attention to that. Yeah, it's not about whose dice scatters less. Jumper, 6, 4, 10. Scud bomber. It was a scud bomber. You know, because really what it really boils down to is beating the casino. Beating the casino. That's what it boils. That's all that matters to me is beating up on the casino. Easy. 4, 1, 5. And so what I really try to do is just concentrate on my throw and, you know, let it be and see where we fall. And typically, you know, I'm landing on a lot of the same number a lot of the times. Like some gnarly shit. Oh, that was too short. 5, 3, 8. But, and so I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, dude, man, that was only 11 rolls. But we had 4 6s and, oh shit, hold on. No. We had 4 6s and 3 8s. You know, that's incredible. Another number with 2 on it to go with it. Oh man, that was hard in the yard. 5, 1, 6. You know, so I look at the numbers when I'm throwing, like the number of the clusters, the numbers, you know, that's more important to me. Yeah, because I think how high can I run up, you know, anywhere from quarters, you know, on the numbers to like 100 on the numbers for 10 rolls. Oh, sticky. 6, 3, 9. You know, that's what I think of. You know, how high can I run up on them? We're not doing the best job of this right now. Looks like things are moving around. Well, we've hit 4 6s. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're 11 right now, and we've got 4. So we had 4 6s at 10, and you know, it was actually the only double actually. Yep. So you know, we had one double, or one. You know, had a quad on the 6s, which that was phenomenal. Back to backs. It's not what we really want to see, but 4 deuce. See that? All right, yeah, so like it was actually kind of scattered around there, which is a little bit different, but easy. That was short. 3, 1, 4. Hate that short shit, man. You know, we got the chips down there, but so that was our first point, yeah, so right there, our first point, we got 2 4s, 5 6s. Well, let me see here. I know at 10 we had 4 6s. You know, now we're at 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 rolls. And I hate to count, you know, while I'm in my roll, to be honest, but just for the video purpose to education. I'm going to say 14, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 14. Had to come out 7 because we weren't setting. You know, we're just grabbing them. But we do a lot of times, and just to be free about it. And we, you know, normally go to a 5, 4, 4, 5 kind of thing. But on this one, we went to a 5, 4, 4 deuce, specifically because of this right here. Because in our throwing, we noticed that 6, 1 was being pesky trying to come up. So We actually made an adjustment, and that's funny how this came up. That's how it would have been 7 and out. But it's because I flipped this dice set around instead of like this here. See the dice? I think somehow we're doing this. You know, this kind of weird shit, you know, the stuff that we don't like, that's rare. So we flipped it around to our backup set here. So now it wants to do that, we'll roll the aces. You know, that's what, you know, that's what was happening. So, but anyway, let's get back to it, gang. But pay more attention to, you know, what the actual final outcome is. You know, and I get a lot of good, I mean, if you look at a lot of my videos, you see a lot of bangers, man. Sticky. 6. Oh, on the sticky one. 6. Oh, on it. So that's what I try to, you know, pay attention to. You know, that's the mark of a solid shooter, gang, is looking at that. You know, let's not get caught up and, you know, so that's really not the intelligent way you want to really approach this, gang. It's really not. It really doesn't give you the data you want. You really got to look at what the end result is from the roll. Oh, it was short and sticky. 12. Short and sticky. But you want to pay attention to, you know, what the result is. Of course, you know, you want to shut them down early and all that. I piece with it because this kind of throw, the throws, like this throw is a violent throw. Like, you know, to throw this throw, you really have to be confident. Oh, a little short, sticky. 5, 1. Point. Okay, did I not mark that 6 earlier on the point? I don't know, gang. Shoot. Just got another 6 on that one now. You know, so I know people want to say, oh, the scatter, this and that. Well, that's fine, but I mean, let's talk about these numbers, these select numbers that I hit. You know, and then I keep on hitting and hitting. That's where you know, class, you want to pay attention to. Don't get to, I said, don't get concerned, don't get caught up. Sticky. 8. Hold. 8. Hold. You know, I just, you know, I'm trying to educate some folks out there that it's not what you think. I understand you think it is, but it's not. You know, when you throw a throw like this is an aggressive throw. You know, you're not going to be, you know, you're going to have to really understand what you're doing. You know, that's why I like a lot of spin, because I counteract stuff, but you still can only control it so much over here. The way this throw is designed. Stampy. 5, 4, 9 on the stamp. Postal stamp. 5, 4, 9. Postal. Oh, easy. 6, 3, 9. Getting those back far enough there. The camera can, I think that'll be good, but the camera can see that. Oh, Stampy. 3, 1, 4. See, a lot of people won't be excited about that rollout, but if you can only be here to actually see what it's really doing, you can understand, like, oh, okay. I mean, I'm totally okay with that. That was okay. But it's, you know, you got to see like a lot of thousands of rolls, man, the results of those, the scattering and everything to really understand. Oh, man, choppy. 5, 4, high jumper. 5, 4, high jumper. Choppy. Oh, man, easy. I was going to say, man, I almost couldn't throw that any better. Yo. It's a yo. It's a yo. This was a little bit short, gang. It's a little bit short. I like to really trap them down in there and stamp them good, man. Give them a good old stamp and let them know where they need to stop. Oh, it's a little short. 5, 3, 8, point. We even caught a couple chips on that one, gang. Jeez, I guess it took a little bit to get that point. It's our third point, though. Yeah, so I'll be doing a video for private members when we get that going, gang, and tell you about some stuff I've been doing. So I've been doing the treatment, some things, and I'll just say that, tell you that. Stampy. Did you see how that walked down the line right there? We didn't get the result we wanted, but that was okay. 6-1-7 comes at a really good time. That was nice, though. But I can't wait to get the camera down there again so you guys can see what that movement on that, because they both stamped in and they walked down. You know, they walked down the line right there. Oh, a little bit short. Stampy, though. 6 hold. 6 hold. Oh, it's Stampy. 6, 3, 9. 6, 3, 9. Oh, Stampy. 5, 4, 9. 5, 4, 9. Postal stamp. Back to back. Oh, Stampy. Oh, and he's out. Yeah, that action was too much violence down there on that. Afterward, oh, there's too much violence. Damn it. Shit. So anyway, class. Hey. I'm gonna take a smoke break real quick after that. We'll talk for a second. Hey. All right, shit. Let's count that up then. Let's see what we got. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 19, 20, 21, 26, 27, 28. Oh my gosh, 28. Oh man, so annoying how that goes, man. You know, break out of my average, 13, 17, then a fucking, you know, and it's like either low 20s or high 20s. If I break out of the 20s, you know, I'll go like 30s. You know, and it's just like this repetitive pattern how it happens. But again, the whole point of this video is where the thumb is you're going to see, you know, weird dice reactions when I throw. It's just, you just can't, you just got to take the time, like look at a lot of footage, what's happening there, and understand, like, why am I throw a consistent 13 to 17 and right in the 20s? Like, now I'm back to where my throw's riding back in the 20s nicely because I specifically have been doing a certain treatment. And I'd certainly be glad to share that with students or, you know, people that are members down the road, gang. But I'm not going to do it here. But I was definitely was doing something I do, and it's just amazing. I knew, because I was using a hand setup where I was setting the dice up a little bit differently, just a little bit differently, just a little bit. I mean, I'm talking about just like where, see if you can see that right there. Yeah, literally, like I would set these back 2 up. My normal would be, as I showed you before, where I grab like that, then boom, then I'm ready, drag, pow, like that. But just for a little bit there, I was working, this one, then like using this finger here to kind of push on the dice to hold it in place so I could get these 2 back fingers in place. Then I put my finger there. So instead of grabbing from the middle initially, then placing. Now I'm back to doing this one and placing instead of getting the back gathered up, pushing on the point right there, then bringing my finger over. Done doing that. That actually was like hurting me and like making me stay more into my average, and it just took a little bit to realize that. I'm like, hold on a second, man, I'm not, because I know that the way I throw it, I break out of my average and I'm in the 20s. Like, it's just, like it's nothing, it's like just, whatever. I'm just saying, guys, it's really real like that for me. So I'm like, you can't, anyway, the whole point I'm trying to make is don't think that you know everything about DC. I don't think I know everything about dice control. Of course, I'm not referring to dice influencing or setting the dice. I'm talking about actual dice control where you're, okay, for instance, let's measure up this roll to the dangerous arm standard measure, which is you can have 2 to 3 numbers tops, and you want to get close to 50% of whatever your total max roll is. So I think I threw 29 there, so that means 50% of that's going to be like 19. So I need like 19 between 3 numbers. So let's see where we match up on that and stack up. So we got 6s here. I mean, oh my God, we'll just count it first, and we'll talk about later on how many we hit the hard ways. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 6s. And then 9's our next one because it got hot there after a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 9s. So 8 6s and 6 9s, class. 8 plus 6 is 14. 14. We need to get as close as we can to that number 19 as we can. Really close to 20. So we're not going to make it, but we're going to be damn close. We're going to take the 4s afterward because we have 3 4s. We have 3 8s also. So we'll take the 3 4s. So 14, 15, 16, 17. So that's 17. 17, gang. 17. 17. So anyway, so that's still really good. You see what I mean? That's really good. That's where you want to be at. So, and that was an amazing 2, 4, 5 hardway 6s. We got 1 hardway 8, whatever, but we got 5 hardway 6s, couple back-to-backs on that too. So a total of 8 6s, which is, fantastic. Almost a third of the rolls, within the 6. You got 2, 4, 6, so total of 14 rolls between the 6 and the 9, between 2 numbers. Think about that. And total roll was 29. I mean, that's really good, gang. That's really good. That's why I say, hey, we can talk all we want and be concerned all we want, and turn our head, our back on the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is this right here. Is these hardway 6s, 5 of them, and 3 regulars. So we've got 8 6s and 2, 4, 6 9s. 14 rolls out of 2 numbers, gang. 2 numbers, 14 rolls. And I'm trying to think what the count was. Didn't we have like 4 6s under the 10 rolls? I have to look back at the tape. I'm pretty positive we had, because everything, we were actually not like having anything dominant at the time except for a 6. I think we only had like a single of everything else. Maybe a double of something in here. Maybe a 4. Maybe. I'm not quite sure. I think it was just lining up, and it was like, because to me as a shooter, as I was like doing a video, because this shit's like going to your head. You're, just trying to keep it together, that kind of thing. I mean, we'll have to get into like psychology another point, but, I definitely am into sports psychology, and I use that and I apply that to my roles. That's why another reason why I think that what sets me apart from other, people who say they're dice influencers, and it's like, I'm not going to discredit myself by saying I'm a dice influencer. I'm a dice controller. It's clear to see that. You know, the signs were early. I didn't have the best run at the first 10, but I did run 4 6s out of the 10. That's nice. That's really nice. And I would have taken those single hits off the 4, 8, 9, and 10. 5, whatever. Around that, because those are all would have been hits. I think it was a couple of them, because I think we had maybe 1 or 2 junk in there. I can't remember on that one. But yeah, so that was really the point of this video, gang, is, and we did have a ton of traffic at the back, just amazing amount of traffic. I can't get any more in there. I figured I'd throw that in there, because then you really have a chance to see what you need to see, when I throw. Like, it's, I'm just telling you, there's a reason I throw this Warhawk and I trap and I talk about dice stamping. There's a reason, because when you're trapping the dice, you obviously can see where these chips are down in here. You're going to have to get back in there. You're going to have to get down in there. You're not going to be able to, throw the short stuff. This eliminates a lot of players right here. This pass line all the way around, it's going to hurt a lot of players, because they're not going to be consistent enough with a throw to land in the same spot every single time and get that lane right there. See, I'm all about shooting into the corner, but not landing here like this and dropping into the corner. Like, you'd have to land up in here, like over the chips. So for you guys that are like landers, like out here, you land out here, you're going to be in trouble with all these chips out here. You're going to try to have to go there, and that's going to be a problem. Your best choice is to land here, maybe skip it on in, or land here, skip it on in. Maybe land on this one, skip it on in. You don't even have a lane on this right side down here. This is the corner right into the corner there. So, you'd be able to, you have a lane, you have a lane, you have a lane. So you got 3 lanes you can drive through, realistically, for the players that are going to be shooting out here, who are more comfortable out here shooting. But me, I just like to avoid that traffic, get down in here, trap them in there. And if you notice, a lot of those throws, they'll jam in there, trap out. They'll trap in there, stamp in there, then they'll come out, and bounce over it also. So there's a lot of benefits to this throw, man. There's a reason I throw this throw. And it's like, I'm just trying to get you home to understand, if you're interested in this throw, like what's really going on with this throw, why I'm so amazed at this throw, and why I always use it, because it's like one of my fucking top throws, if not my top throw, because it's fucking nasty, man. You can go on 50 rolls, you can go on 30s, you can go on 40s. I can slip in the 20s, at any point. It's really nasty. I shoot my average deadly, like very, rare to go under it, what I mean? And when I do go under it, I have a slip up or whatever, I'm like, oh, it's like very, like, okay, we fucked up, because the way the 7 comes, we've got this throw dialed in to where we know, how the 7 should be coming, and, we can work around it, But the dice reaction, though, gang, the final point about that is you just can't, it's not about that. I was sitting there thinking in the car, I was like, wow, man, it's not about, there's so much emphasis on, what the dice reaction is, but it's really about what's the, controlling the reaction the best you can. But the more the emphasis is you want to be able to control the outcome. I'm at. That's why I throw in the same spot every single time, the best I possibly can. It pretty much is there. It's a little bit short. I hate the short shit, but that's why I throw the 5-4-4-5 set, because I do stamp them in there, and that is the optimum set when you're dice stamping like I do. So, you're not gonna, you're gonna get in trouble using the hard way. Just trust me. That's all I'm gonna give you on that, gang. That's a big piece of advice to help you at home if you get into this right here. But this kind of, throwing, which is a very aggressive throw. So, naturally, that's why I put out the video of, the Warhawk Assassin throw is breaking the matrix, because it is breaking the matrix in many ways. You at home are used to, trying to have less scatter and all that. Like, yeah, I want less scatter and all that, but with this throw, you're just overall going to have so much fucking violence. You have to be really good to control that violence. And you see how it goes with me. I mean, I'm like, apex, thrower here. I mean, it's not bullshit at home. And you see how some of my landings go, but most of my landings, how they go, they're fucking crushing. You heard a lot of these in this video where I was like, damn, stamped it, and I'm like stamping, when I'm stamping the dice in there like that, trapping them and stamping them, it's staying pretty much the way I'm throwing. Like, it's not getting off those prime numbers. That 2, 3, 5 you're seeing come up, the 5, 4, 9 that you seen that was coming up, that was really nice. I thought we had more than that on this one, that 2, 3, 5. Well, it looks like we only had one on here, but anyway, we have a lot of 5, 4, 9s. But anyway, the point is, when you're looking at your shooting, try to focus more on, like, the real importance on staying away from the 7, controlling your dice reactions, of course, but understanding that the closer you get to the wall, like when you're, getting into so much high level of difficulty, you're going to be in a different class of, like, dice controller, for one thing. You know what I mean? Like, you're not influencing the dice anymore. When you start dice trapping, things like that, you are really working with these dice now. Some call it manipulation. I think it's really controlling them, because you are keeping, I mean, what the fuck is it when you're, like the last video I did, that was the point of this video, is like, watch how this throw is like crazy. And you might see some crazy dice reactions, but that's not the point. Like, look at the numbers. I keep drilling the same number over and over again. That's the whole point. That's why I throw this throw. A lot of times I don't even like to video this shit because it gets to be a headache, but I like to, put stuff out there and help folks out. We want to, do this for folks. And, here lately, since I moved my grip back, my setup back, instead of that, I might grab it like this and then, doing that, I'm back to my regular boom, boom, like that. Anyway, I don't even want to get into why I'm doing that, but anyway, the point is off camera, I'm throwing shit like, I might, like, I'll look and see where I'm at 10 rolls, and I'll be at like, like fucking 5 6s, 5 6 8s. I'm like, oh my God, dude. I'm like, man, that's what I need to go on video and tell folks, man. Sorry about this thing being so long. Don't forget to smash the like, thumbs up, subscribe, all that business. Definitely share. But the point, though, class, and I got to beat this horse down because you just got to understand what I mean, how important this is don't get trapped in so much of, like, thinking that you've seen all the dice reactions. You're not used to seeing people throw like I throw. Just keep that in mind. You're not used to seeing that, so you really don't understand, what the dice moving off the wall in different ways is really telling you. Yeah, you're going to have some that come clear out here, and I'm not, sitting there saying, oh, there's all that dice control when they come out here. That's not what I'm talking about. But, still at times when that happens, I'm still looking to get away with it, a lot of the time, just because the nature of when the dice are hitting, the way I'm throwing them, they're like corkscrewing so hard. There's so much juice sometimes because of where I'm hitting. I'm not hitting in the perfect spot, so there's getting pushed out with all that juice I'm putting on. I'm putting a lot of revolutions on there, so it scuds way back. And a lot of times I get away with that. Not always, but a lot of times. But I don't like it. It's just something I deal with, and eventually, I won't have so much of that. It's toned way down, but it, definitely something that happens. And I'm not saying there's all that high dice control in those long runouts, but there's a tremendous amount of dice control where I'm hitting it at. There's a reason I hit down there. I trap from 4 inches out, and I stamp, even closer. I stamp them in there. So you're going to see those numbers coming out. Look at the last video, gang. That's the whole point is, it's not hurting my game. Like I'm coming on here to let you know, because I've overcome the casino's edge with the bouncy table and the wall. And I have a ton of secret stuff. I can tell you about that. We will get into it. This isn't the place or the time right now, gang, but we will get into it. But I have overcome those. I'm just trying to really stress to you, like, I just can't beat that horse enough to get you to understand that it's not what you think a lot of times, man. You know, I used to think like you as well. Like, oh, you got to minimize the scatter and all that. And that makes you like a one-dimensional player, meaning, you know, you can't really be aggressive. You know, with my throw, like I can be aggressive. You know, I can throw aggressive. I don't have to like be finessey and all that. You know, I guess it's kind of finesse. You know, it's like technical and everything. Like, you know, grip the dice, set the die, pow, you know, do all that and everything that happens in there. Yeah, it's high level, but it's not, you know, I mean, it's technical for sure. It's technical, but you know, just it's a very aggressive throw, man. You know, this throw is a very, very aggressive throw, and I love it because it fucks people up in the head. They don't know how to react or think about this shit because they're like, oh no, that can't be. It's like, yeah, dude, I've found, you know what I mean? I'm on the other side. You know, I'm talking to you from the other side, trying to tell you, like, hey, here's where you need to be, quit focusing on, you know, the stuff that's going to distract you, like trying to have like the softest shot. That's great. That's great and all, but, you know, like I'm heavy handed and everything like that. You know, I'm not going to, you know, I shoot from, like 11 foot out. I shoot from 11 foot out. You know, that's why I don't shoot in here. You know, if I shoot in here, I'm like, wow, I barely have anything. I can shoot the lights off from in there also, but I'm more comfortable here because I have longer arms. So when I extend, you know, it's like more comfortable for me because I have a long arm. You know, so when I extend, I'm already like fucking, my arms like pushing into like what, 6 foot or something because it's so long or whatever. So from out here at 11, well, or I don't know, man. It's fucking, I guess 8 foot. I don't know. I'll have to measure that at some point, get back to you on that game. But anyway, the point is my arms stretching way out there. So, you know, but this is an aggressive throw. That's what I'm trying to like let people know that, you know, this isn't the throw that you think it is. It's a very high level. I've really thought and worked the hell out of this throw. I mean, I know a lot about being close into the wall, everything. I mean, I know a lot. I have a lot of data, a lot of dice reactions. You know what I mean? I understand what the dice are doing. I've been dancing with it for a while, so pay more attention. Don't get discouraged with your dice reactions because you can only throw the dice so soft. You're only going to be able to throw the dice so soft. You know what I mean? I think a problem occurs there because it's too finessey. You know what I mean? People are getting older. I mean, that's really, you know, as you get older, stuff gets stiffer. You know what I mean? You get arthritis kicking in, stuff like that. So you're not as flexible. You're not going to be able to have the smooth stroke and all that. So, and that's where issues start to come in. Okay? That's why I keep telling you, this is an aggressive throw. It's okay. I showed you that you know how to do the beginning starters of it. But hey, well, while I'm rambling, guys, let me get out of here. Just wanted to stress that note and stress it. And I know I did 500 times in this. Appreciate you listening, watching everything here. 29 roll, big 5 hard 6s, a couple back-to-backers on that, backpackers. Total of 8 6s. Total of 6 9s, you know, 14, and, you know, our little 3 4s right there, you know, that's, again, that's 17 rolls out of 29, out of the 3, so, shit, I guess, damn, yeah, oh, shit, I didn't realize that, damn, I'm on here before I get out of here, damn, so within the 2 numbers, we actually had, oh, I didn't realize that, so within the 6 and the 9, we actually had, if we had doubled that amount, we had 28. So we almost had the 50% in 2 numbers for a 29 roll. It's almost a 30 fucking roll. And we had 14 hits on 2 numbers, man. That was the whole point of this video, dude. Sorry to stretch out like that. What the hell, man? What the hell? That's why I video this stuff. And I put these chips up here. And you should put the chips up there too at home. So that way you understand what you're hitting. You know, because you want to have an efficient game when you're I suggest a short game at home for you for your gambling strategy, for your craps gambling strategy. I go for 10 and I come down, then I look for the ATM after that. Excuse me. But I'm full press up to 10, and at the 10th, take that, pull everything down, reset to the, whatever I'm doing, and I start the ATM up. It's just a fantastic thing. But for me, it is. I'm not suggesting that for you at home. My average is 13 to 17. So, I'm riding that. If you're much lower, like if you're an 8, you're going to probably have to like ride out like 3s. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. You know what I mean? Until you get better, and then when you get better, it's going to, your average is going to have to be like a solid average. Or like when you're literally, for me, I'm talking about like, having my students grabbing the dice, picking up the dice, and then, as soon as you're grabbing them, you're going to throw your average. Like most of the time, like 9 out of 10 times, you're going to throw your average. Everyone's going to have a hiccup. Can't be perfect. But I'm talking about being really fucking good like that. Wow. So that was a phenomenal throw, man, according to that dangerous arm standard measure right there. 14 hits off 2 numbers. I didn't even realize that. That's special. That's what I'm talking about, man. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. So pay more attention to, if your dice are scattering things like that, and you're getting, your hits. I mean, you're trying to keep the scattering down, but, keep making them hits. The hits are what's more important. The hits are more important than the scatter. You see what I mean? The score hits are more important than the scatters. So that's what you want to do, gang. You got to do it. All right, gang. See you on the other side. CK Dangerous Arm.